What would you do if you could do absolutely anything right now? And I'm talking about the ability to actually snap your finger and anything that you proclaim out loud for yourself instantly comes true. There's a movie I watched recently called Absolutely Anything, starring Simon Pegg. And in this movie, Simon Pegg is just an ordinary guy, a teacher, in fact, and he gets these powers, from cosmic forces to do absolutely anything. And what does he do with this power? Obviously, he fixes all his life problems. He gets he gets to fulfill his heart's desires. He gets to wave his fingers and sort out some of the world's problems. But as the story unfolds, he finds that this power that he thought was so liberating and the best thing that could ever happen to him at the beginning of the movie, it turns out to be so overwhelming because he finds out that every single action he takes actually has unintended consequences. And these consequences compound so much, they actually end up become way too much for him to actually handle. And at the end of the movie, obviously, he ends up regretting ever having these powers. So I want to turn this question back to you. What if you actually had the power to do absolutely anything? And this is what I was reflecting on as I was watching the movie. And I'm going to be sharing my insight on this in this video, as well as asking you the question, if you had the power right now to wave your fingers and create just by your touch or your word or whatever, the most magical 2026 year for yourself, what would that look like? I want you to reflect on that as we're going through this video. But let's start first of all with the introduction. Hi, my name is Eva. I'm a certified soul alignment and quantum flow practitioner. And basically, I help spiritually awakened individuals to get authentic and get in touch with their authentic self-expression. With soul alignment, we're actually getting you to find out who you are at soul level, a detailed explanation of who you are, how your soul was created, and helps you highlight the best choices that are available to you right now that will be in alignment with the soul's true path. And the second part with soul alignment is you get to identify who you've been in your past lives. So basically, a lot of the experiences that you're having right now, a lot of the people and the circumstances that you've attracted in your life right now, most of them are actually because of past life choices you made that you're currently attracting right now in order to get you to make different choices. But most people are not aware of what those choices are or what things that they can do differently to get them to tap out of those patterns so they keep on repeating the same pattern again and again. You also get to discover certain hidden gifts and hidden talents and hidden abilities that have been blocked from you based on you making choices that constantly went against who you are. Because you're going to be identifying, first of all, those choices you've been making in your everyday life that are preventing you from connecting you to your authentic self expression. And then through the Akashic records, we actually get to energetically heal and release all of this memories, all of this trauma, all of these choices that have blocked you from who you are and create a direct path to who you are right now and your authentic self expression. And then with quantum flow, I get to help you rewire your nervous system to help you release everything that's actually been keeping you stuck in past trauma, past emotional wounds, because we find that a lot of people tend to react through life based on things that they've experienced all the way from childhood that are still affecting them till now. They're just not conscious of it. With quantum flow, I'm using techniques such as breathwork, sound, and movement to help you rewire your nervous system, help you release all of these recorded memories from your body system so that you can have that clear channel that will connect you to that inner guidance that will actually help you make choices that are in full alignment with what your soul came here to experience. So if this sounds good for you and you're curious about this, I do have a beautiful program for you. It's called the Frequency Recalibration Program. I'm actually doing the January intake right now, 2026, where I'm actually going to be coaching you one on one with these two powerful modalities for the next 6 weeks. So if you're there and you're kind of feeling like you want to leave your old identity behind, who you've been in the past, you're craving a deeper alignment, not like surface level fixes, and you're ready to stabilize your spiritual insights into your daily life. And maybe you're also seeking a guide who actually mirrors your wisdom because I'm not here to give you all the answers. I'm helping you get in touch with what your soul is here to create. not to be your guru, not to be your teacher, but helping you actually connect to your inner genius and your inner mastery. If all of this sounds good, I'm going to invite you to actually book a discovery call with me. It's a 15 to 30-minute call where we go deep into whether this program will be a good fit for who you are and what you're meant to create. So if you're curious, do book a discovery call with me, and the link is in the description box down below. I hope that helped. Back to today's video. What would you do if you had the power to do absolutely anything? And I found myself reflecting on this as I was watching the movie, that if that power was given unto me, what would I do with that? And I'll be honest with you, I was kind of filled with a little bit of dread, like, that is too much. And let me know your thoughts on this and whether you would immediately jump on this, ability if it was given to you, that every single thing you do just instantly came to light. And I want you to look at it this way, especially if you haven't mastered the art of controlling the kind of thoughts that run through your mind, the kind of words you speak out loud, the kind of emotions you feel. Because a lot of us go through life making certain choices or speaking certain things that we actually don't intend to come true. Someone pisses you off when you're on the road, and because of road rage, you tend to wish something bad on them. That obviously you will not normally do if you're in control of yourself. You'd wish, I wish your car will just get hit. So imagine if you had this gift, and just by saying that, that actually happened. Because actually, in this movie, absolutely anything, this teacher, Simon Pegg, in the movie actually wishes he had was teaching a class that had such unruly, rowdy students, and he unintentionally wished that something would strike them down. And guess what? Something actually struck the entire classroom down, and everyone who was actually inside that classroom ended up passing on. Obviously, he brought them back again once he realized his mistake. But that's the thing. If you had the ability to do that, would you actually be okay with that? And I was also looking at it is that some of us will actually say that if I was granted the ability, I'd maybe wish for world peace. And I thought, wow, yeah, obviously, you don't want to see the wars and the kind of things that are happening right now in the world, right? And I'd want to wish that away. But then I sat down and thought, and this is something that I deeply believe in, that every single circumstance that we attract into our life is meant for our soul's progression, our soul's evolution. So, where you got born, the kind of family you found yourself in, the kind of people you've been attracting, most of the times we tend to assume that just because certain people have hurt us so much, that maybe we're being punished or it was by bad luck that that happened. But in actual sense, your soul designed that entire experience not to punish you, but to help you evolve, to help you make better choices. Because most of us have been stuck in the same patterns for such a long time because we lack the awareness of what we can do differently. We lack the awareness of the power we actually wield to make different choices. So we keep repeating the same mistakes again. And that's why we keep ourselves stuck in the same patterns, attracting the same kind of circumstances, relationships wise, health wise, and even financially, right? And we always think that that's a punishment. But the minute you become aware of how your soul wanted to evolve in that moment with that experience, and you start making different choices, you find that life tends to get better. And it gets better because now you have that embodied wisdom so that you don't make that mistake ever again, both now and probably in another lifetime. So some wishing world peace on everyone, and people haven't learned the lessons that they needed to do so that they don't find themselves in the same situation again. What then happens? So yes, take away the conflict, take away the ability for people to hurt themselves. And I'm not for it. Do not misconstrue my statement by me being for whatever is going on. But I'm saying this, that giving people certain things without the embodied wisdom, you usually find that whatever it is that you've gifted them, it doesn't tend to last because they lack the embodied wisdom and the embodied experience to get them not to make the same mistakes again that will land them probably in a worse state that they were originally in. That's how I want you to look at it. So I found myself asking that question. Okay, wish for world peace. But you find that the people who are currently fighting, they're fighting whether they're right or wrong. In their own way, they believe they're right and they're fighting for what is true for them. So if they haven't let go of that need and you take away their ability to cause conflict, what happens then? Wouldn't there be a buildup? And probably in the future, the same circumstances will come again because, again, the universe operates in cycles and they'll be forced to make the same choices. Only now that anger will have built up because you denied them the experience to actually go through their process of that they could actually embody the wisdom that what they were doing was not working for them. That's how I was looking at it. And let me know your thoughts because, I love getting people's insights on this because someone else might actually see it in a different light. So again, share your thoughts in the comments below. Then I also turned this question to myself. What if I actually had the power to have absolutely anything? What would I desire for myself? And I also found myself reflecting on this and thinking like, would I want to have absolutely everything that I desire right now? And hear me out. In the movie, the Simon Pegg character ends up buying the best horse races in the world, like he owns all of them. Meaning that every single horse race, because he used to love horse races, every single horse race, his horses will always win. So he's seated there at the stadium with his friend watching the horse race, and then they find themselves lacking that excitement. You know that excitement that gets you, oh my God, what's gonna happen next? That you go through life with, right? Now they already know what the ultimate consequence or whatever the results of that race will be. So that excitement is gone. And the friend actually turns to Simon Pegg and asks, like, is this it? Is this all there is? We already know the outcome. So why are we even watching this horse race? And that scene in the movie really got me thinking. If you knew that you could just get the kind of whatever it is that you're desiring for yourself, materially, physically, whatever it is, right? If you could just know and predict that for yourself, what will that do for your inner being? Because most of us will actually find ourselves getting so freaking bored with life. That sense of excitement, that sense of what comes next, because even that hope that, oh my God, what is today going to bring me? And letting the universe surprise you, that will be completely gone because you will be able to predict what comes next. So a lot of us, yes, wish for the ability to do absolutely everything, but then do we actually want that for ourselves? Is there a reason why we create certain circumstances and certain challenges for ourselves? Maybe because it's our own way of creating or making this life experience more exciting for us. And what if you could just adopt this mentality with every single thing that you did in life, every single challenge that you encountered? That how exciting is it that I get to actually figure out how to overcome this particular hurdle that I face? So it's not a punishment, but just like an obstacle course that makes the game more exciting for you. But what if you had the ability to remove all the obstacles then? Will then that be a game? Because you will already know what the outcome is. And most of us will actually end up getting bored. So I'm going to turn this question on you. If you had the absolute power to do absolutely anything you could ever think of, what would you do with that power? Let me know in the comments down below. Would you wish every challenge away and make your life as smooth sailing as possible? Maybe the answer to you is hell yes, because right now you're stuck on survival mode, right? It all depends on what your heart wants right now. Because whichever path you actually choose, if you choose that path, or yes, I'm going to wish all my challenges away, you're going to learn something. And maybe if you say no, you're still going to learn something. So either way, you're still getting something out of it. So I guess it just depends with which path will be more exciting for you. You get to decide that. And the other thing that I also found with this is that most of the times, if I was to turn that question, and I want you to actually sit down with this question and really internalize it and feel into it, what actually arises within you when you reflect on this. having this gift granted on you? Is there a certain kind of hesitancy, a kind of fear that props up? And maybe this thing that will arise of, what do I actually want from my life? Because I also find that so many people are being stuck on not allowing themselves to even dream big. Because every time they dare to just voice out their desires, voice out their dreams, there's always that nagging voice in the head or even from outsiders that will tell you that can never happen. That will never happen. Don't even bother dreaming big. And because you're so scared of the disappointment that will come about from you not having this dream fulfilled, then we tend to not allow ourselves to actually dream big because it terrifies us so much that what if this never comes true? What then does this mean for me? I won't be able to handle the disappointment. So I'm doing this video to give you permission to start dreaming big for yourself by turning the question on you in something that you can reflect on as we're heading out to 2026. If you had the power to make 2026 the most magical year in your life and dream as big as possible, what will that look like? So again, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. This will be my last video for 2025. Thank you so much for tuning in. Do subscribe to my channel if you like the kind of content I share out here. And don't forget to also click on the notification bell and also like this video so that this message can actually get to the people who would actually benefit from hearing this. Do like the video, subscribe, click on the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any moment I actually share out any kind of content. And don't forget, my frequency recalibration program is open for enrollment for January 2026. So if you're curious to see how soul alignment and quantum flow can be a game changer in your healing transformation journey in 2026 and help you align with who you actually are and help you clear out all these things that have been blocking you, I'm going to invite you again to book a discovery call with me. You'll find the link in the description box down below. For now, I'm sending you so much love and I wish you an amazing and prosperous 2026. Bye for now.